can make this together. Come on in. Let's go. And we've worked with butterfly bases before and all kinds of fun things like this. These are just great wreath alternatives, and they are excellent for beginners to make your door look like no other in the neighborhood, because your neighbors aren't going to have this, guys. You can purchase all these supplies on Khalees.com. If you'll just text us at 832-734-5201. Just text us supply. We'll send you the latest supply list that goes with this particular supplies that we're using today, so you won't miss a minute. You're going to need a little bitty block of floral foam, and I just cut this like a nice little chunk. Don't get it too skinny or it might fail on you. Keep it a little thick. All right, we're going to be attaching this to the bottom of the butterfly. We are doing this all different. In this Wonderland collection, you guys, that I've been making, we're breaking all the rules. We're not playing by rules. We are throwing the rules out the window. Glue pot's coming on the scene. It's coming in hot. Okay, so what I want to do first is get this dude started. Floral pins, you know, in my cute little bucket. I mean, I love excuses to go shopping, to buy new fun little vintage things to use in my business, because then I get to shop and actually have cute little containers. So get a nice chunk of glue. We're putting that right at the bottom of the body. Now, that's not good enough to hold it in place. We need some of these floral pins out of my little bucket. And we're going to use those to kind of tuck this into the body. So anytime you use any foam on something, it has to be secured, you know, with good glue or wire. There's all kind of different ways to do it. You just cannot just put it on with hot glue. It might last for a while, but if you sell your pieces, you don't want things falling apart on people. You just don't want that. You want it holding together. If anything, you don't want your mechanics to fail, no matter what you're making your piece for. It cannot fail. We got to keep it together. And that just starts off with a nice, good base. And we're doing that right now. So I'm grabbing pieces of the vine, pieces of the frame, and I'm just putting glue. You got to have glue. You can't just pin it in. It'll just pull right out. But with this particular floral foam, when you mix it with glue, you are set and good to go. Okay, let's turn that around. So she is nice and mounted good on there. And that starts us off great. And we are using this yellow gypso bush, which is a nice little pusher. So that means I'll be able to use some long or some short. Our mushrooms, of course, cute as can be. Then I'm going to use one of these poppy sprays that's got the beautiful orange and the green, and it's got like a touch of red. And then that pulls in the mushroom, but then wait. Look at our ribbons! We're popping the pink and orange and yellow ribbon to really make it a wonderland. I love mixing the orange with the pink. It is just, not only is it on trend, but it is adorable. So let's start building this out first. Let me get this where you can see everything in our shot. In our shot. Okay, let's start with the poppy spray. And let's spread it apart and kind of get the sections done. Now this, I'm going to take as one section right here. Now if I were to tear that, I would have it broke up a little. So you got to look at how yours is. You might be able to tear yours, but I've got to cut mine because I don't want to retie that section. I'm big on not having to do extra steps. So if I can cut it, I am set. So I'm going to take and manipulate these, shake hands, get these dudes rocking, get this head nice and, oh, look at that. So pretty! Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm going to tear these, but I'm going to go ahead and cut them just for a little security. I'll leave that one long. We might want to go ahead and have a little length on him. You can see I'm shaking hands, okay? Y'all know that's something we do in design school. You got to shake hand. You got to open up these heads, fluff them out, especially when you have these little wired bloomy things in the center. Use those to make it cute. You could steam them if you want them more open, just depending what you want. Go for it. So we got those three pieces ready. Now, I am going to go ahead and kind of lay out my design with these, how I want this design to go. And I was thinking we would like have a piece kind of go across the body here. The big bow that we're going to make in a minute is going to go down and cascade down. I don't really want it covering up a lot of my body. It's going to go down. So how about we'll have this poppy go this way. And then maybe we'll just have this little stem go up here, a little bit shorter. Maybe we'll cut that one shorter. Okay, so kind of left to right with a lot of cascade, or we could just have it really big and bold at the bottom. Oh my gosh, maybe we'll do that. That's fun too. Let's do that. So I'm going to cut this down just a little bit, and let's get this party started. So now it's time to put these in. Got my glue pot over here to the side. I'm just going to put a little glue on, load it up, bring that piece down. Bring those heads up. And remember, Cleese.com products are wired. This is not your mama's silk flowers. These are good, and we want to use those wires in them. Have them sitting up. Trim down those stems just a little bit, and then we're going to put that in the glue pot. Just come over here off to the side. Okay, so I left kind of a nice little section. But you want to hear that crunch to go in that foam, as you know it's going in good. All right. Now this could go straight up if you're feeling really, you know, matchy-matchy. You know, I'm never feeling matchy-matchy. Very rarely, I wouldn't say never. So we're going to go off to the side and kind of create a line right here. We're going to push that in, and this one is beautiful and ready to go. So we've got a great foundation. We're leaving a little center open for the bow. Now it's yellow time. One day I'm going to get to where I just shake the bush and stuff magically happens. All right, I'm going to make these a little shorter. Take 3 of these and cut them off. And we're going to use these to kind of create a perimeter. Work it in around each piece we already put in. So we're going to take one and go right here to the side of this one. This is such a fun gypso because it's got that little pretty yellow berry, which is going to look really good on here. And we're going to put one on the outside of each stem we already put in. Notice how I'm bending it up. Really important. Really important to bend that up and get the dimension. Remember, we're going to have some ribbon in here. We're going to be fighting for position against that bow. Okay, now let's put our next piece in on the other side right here. Okay, we got a great foundation built. So we left a nice big bow zone. That's what we call this area. Not bozo, bow zone. Get it right, y'all. Don't be careful what you call that butterfly. Flip your bow over. We've got a cable tie in the back, and we need to add one of those floral pins. So let me get out one of my cute little floral pins. And basically, they're a piece of wire shaped like a U that allows you to attach things to foam really easy. So I'm going to come in here and watch my tails. I want to make sure they're going down and add in a floral pin right here on top and just get that cable tied right in. So we had the tie set up there to attach it, and it's good to go. So once you do that, you can rotate this over, and the pin's just shooting off the bottom like that. It's so hard to see on camera, but there it is. Now get rid of that little plastic piece here that is coming from the end of the cable tie. We're going to put that in the recycle. Then I'm going to flip this around, and we're going to add glue to the pin. So I just bring it right to the pins, and we're going to push this at the bottom. I want this kind of towards the bottom. I don't want the bow to overtake the design. I want it to be at the bottom. Okay? So now what you need to do is work your flowers and your greenery that's already in there around the bow. So this takes just a second. I'm going to take and bring the tails to the back and let that kind of come down. We can recurl them. I'm just bringing them out first. Oh my gosh, so stinking cute. Then the cute little pink curls are more to the foreground. We're going to curl them, and I'm going to bring them around. There are pops of red and orange. I love this fun look. This is just a fun, whimsical look altogether. Bring you, oh my God, you're so cute. Okay. And we'll recurl these when we get it more of a hanging piece situation, but basically you're curling them up just like this. All right, but we are not done. We are not done. We look like we're done. It looks pretty darn good. But I'd like to get our cute little mushrooms in first. I almost called them marshmallows. Lord, is this going to be a pumpkin watermelon situation? Put your marshmallows in, Lord. Lord, let me control my brain, please. Okay, cut this piece so you get one of the longer ones, one of the short. These are the cutest stinking things you've ever seen. Okay, now we're going to take the long one. I'm going to have it kind of come up in here. Remember, this is part of our Wonderland collection. These just need to be the most precious things you ever saw. I like this because I'm going to use some of this for Easter and spring, but then I can use some of it later too to mix in with some other pieces. I'm coming in a little shorter. Okay? Oh my God, just give them a little separation. One a little higher, one a little shorter. Y'all. Woo, Mama. This is so cute. Okay, now we're using this like our additional greenery. So I want these kind of short, and rotate them when you're pushing them up because you can get them to look like a better cluster. I don't need them long, but they just look really cool when you get them chunked up. Okay, like a nice really gypso filling in like that. Oh, did you see that kind of a wildflower look? You're going to cut these fairly long, like 4-inch stems, 3-inch stems, fairly long on that. Not too short because we got to work out around the bow. Okay, if you have them short, it's going to be tight in there and the ribbon's going to hide everything. And if that's the look you want, go for it. You know me, I want it to be wispy and whimsical. Coming right in here to the center, putting the first piece in, wash your ribbon, and then I'm going to just pull it a little bit apart, bring that to the back, open that poppy up. Beautiful! Now I'm going to tuck in tight to either side here too. I'm going to cut a little bit shorter, and we're going to just pop these in on either side, just right here, kind of at the side of the bow. Oh my God, so pretty. Now on the other side. So basically we're kind of going one on every side of the bow. So we need one here down at the bottom. Cut this one shorter because it's going to tuck in tight to the bow. And so what it did there is it gave me this nice filling in by the bow. And in design school, I would call that breaking the plane of the bow. So it gives you this beautiful garden type look where the pieces are breaking the plane of the ribbon. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Bring that orange flower out. The yellow. Move these to the front. Oh my God, y'all. Super duper cute. This is the first time for us to make this design low like this on the butterfly without using a wreath. And I think it came out stunning. Have you ever tried one like this? Make sure you share it with us, Plumerinos. This was so much fun.